Yo, what up, man? Chris, am I checking back in, man? Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button, that subscribe button your way, and I appreciate all the support, man. Wanted to shoot this blog real quick, back with another Van Chronicles, man. I'm on my way back to the A, man. On my way back to the A. Actually still in Texas right now, but, you know, you see the load back there. You see the load, you know what time it is. Headed back to the A. Wanted to shoot this blog. Wanted to talk about Mike P, man. Shout out to Mike P. Just did an interesting live, and, you know, I definitely want to talk about it. And also they announced Disaster versus Easy to Block Captain was announced on GTX or whatever. And that's a pretty interesting matchup. You know what I'm saying? Pretty interesting matchup. Definitely a clash of styles. So it'll be a good test for both opponents at the end of the day. I don't really have much opinion about it because I heard this battle was a one-rounder. So unless something changed, this is a one-round battle. So I don't really judge one-round battles. I don't really like one-round battles, to keep it real. I'll watch it because I like battle rap at the end of the day, but I don't really have an opinion because I expect both of them to do well if you're only rapping for 5 to 6 minutes. So the expectation as far as who a winner is, I don't necessarily have one. But, you know, I'm the mayor of fair. This blog right here is the mayor of fair blog when it comes to Mike P and this battle right here. You know what I'm saying? If URL booked a one-round main event, y'all niggas would lose y'all fucking mind in the culture. I always be telling y'all, man, I try to look at both sides of the coin. I don't really have a problem with the battle, but I sat here and watched niggas got a problem with 3-on-3s, problem with 2-on-2s, all this kind of stuff. If URL did a one-round battle and it was a main event, y'all would lose y'all fucking mind. And the word one round is not on the flyer. So, you know how that go. That means you are promoting a battle that people, I'm reading the comments, niggas saying 3-0 easy. It ain't even 3 rounds. That's crazy. So at the end of the day, that's what I heard. It could have changed, but I don't know. I didn't hear that it changed at the end of the day. So that's what it is. I'm not completely mad. I can't really stomach this for 3 rounds any fucking way, to keep it real with you. So sometimes one-round battles are better, but I am the mayor of fair. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to this channel if you ain't trying to hear both sides of the coin. Mike P. I listen to Mike P blog, man. I'm gonna let you hear some of what Mike P said, man. I'm gonna let you hear some of what Mike P said so I can try to hold on, get some of this damn sunlight real quick. Not sunlight, but
he knows the conversation I had with him when we booked Jack Boy. I told him, bro, y'all keep doing this. I don't want to battle anymore. What's the point? If I body Sharon, I don't get booked. If I get pissed on by Geechee Gotti in a one-rounder, I got T-Top as a main event the next one. So what do I do? Do I try? Chipping away at my soul, the artist's soul, just getting chipped away at. You guys got to pay attention when someone's trying to relay that message to you. That message not getting relayed. You just don't care. It's one ear and out the other, so don't act surprised. Don't act surprised, guys. This stops, man. This stops. This is crazy. This is crazy. I told Pete dead on the phone after when I booked the Jack Boy, bro. Y'all keep doing this. I don't know what to do anymore. What's the point of trying? What's the point of going crazy? What's the point of fucking bugging out? What's the point? What does it matter? What does it matter? If I'm gonna be shelved, and listen, if you're gonna make me a gatekeeper, you pay me more. If you're just gonna make me a gatekeeper and send these guys to get washed by me, and then I'm not gonna get rewarded, like, bro. And you got people that are like, oh, maybe Mike and Jack, man, that should be a Summer Madness battle. That should be like bottom of the card Summer Madness. First of all, 100%. If you don't think me and Jack Boy can rock a main stage crowd, you're out of your mind. Out of your mind. John, chain throwing, whatever, bro. Jack's a high profile, big stage performer. He sinks what he needs to do. I do what I need to do. That shit is lit. But you know what? I don't get the call for Summer Madness. Do you know that I got a call for September? After I told P, the way you guys are booking me makes me want to quit. Do you know what I got the call for September? Guess. Guess. Mike P. Mid-tier Mike P, right? Fucking final exam, bro. Final exam. Relayed the message over to Smack and Beasley and Chico. P knows the conversation.
First of all, before I get my thoughts, man, I do want to say that I was actually wrong because I said that Mike P was probably going to come on his live and probably blame Jack Boy or whatever. So I do want to apologize for that. It didn't have anything to do with Jack Boy. I didn't say it had to do with Jack Boy, but I did imply that it probably did. So I do want to take accountability for that. Shout out to Jack Boy, and then maybe they'll reschedule the battle. How I feel about what he said, I do feel like he makes a lot of good points. I got to keep it real with you. This goes back to one of the problems I said URL has. Too many niggas on the roster. There's too many people on the roster. And right now, there has been like some issues with caffeine or whatever. I got a caffeine blog coming. It's going to be very interesting. You might want to watch it. Coming this weekend. It's coming this weekend. I'm finished the blog. I'm editing the blog up this weekend. It's going to be very interesting, but there are not that many caffeine events, and caffeine pays more, so now everybody is trying to gravitate to the caffeine events because they can get more money because there's more money allocated. So they're going to make more money doing caffeine events than they will actually doing app-only events. The problem is that there are more app-only events now, and I'm going to get into why that's the case in a later blog. As far as Mike P's status, I do feel like Mike P is mid-tier. I gotta keep it real with you, Mike. I don't feel like you're top tier. Not due to resume. You battled a lot of people. You battled a lot of top names, but you need a little bit more than just that to be top tier. And obviously you're popular. Obviously, you know, you got your game and stuff, and you got all that stuff going on, but URL couldn't really put you at the top of a card as a main event guy. You might can main event a Survivor Series, maybe even a small super fight. But you really couldn't main event like a Volume, a Gnome, or something. If they had Mike P at the top of the card versus any particular battler, it could not carry the weight of the card. And that's why one of the reasons why I don't really consider you to be top tier. So I do feel like you fall in the mid tiers. Niggas you beat that are higher than you right now. You beat Twerk. Y'all came in together. Y'all think y'all in the same class. Y'all came in together. You battled him and Gnome. He choked. You beat him. He's actually higher than you right now. Despite all the hiccups and everything, he is a bigger draw. He's a bigger draw. A lot of it has to do with popularity. And the culture, I feel like, is down on you right now. I feel like they're down on you. I always felt like you were talent. I always felt like you nice. I wanted to see you in Verb battle. I wanted to see you in Tay-Rock for 3 rounds. I saw your Danny Myers battle, your Daylight battle. All these shits, I feel like you get busy. But I do feel like the culture right now is down on Mike P. Some of it could be the app. Some of it could be the exposure isn't there. Maybe niggas ain't seen some of your battles or whatever. They may not have seen you go crazy. As far as he complained about he had a bunch of battles, and then it took 9 cards in 6 months for him to get booked again. They killed a lot of his momentum. He talked about not only being on the app. He talked about the pay situation. He talked about you know, obviously you just heard the final exam thing as far as not getting the opponents that he deserved and all this kind of stuff. I do feel like it's frustrating. Mike P is somebody I feel like URL should focus on, and sometimes you have to rebrand people, bro. You got to rebrand and just rebuild people up. You got to do that in life with a lot of stuff. You got to even do that in relationships. When you with a girl for a long time and that shit getting stale and that shit getting old, you got to like revitalize stuff. You got to go back to what it took for y'all to fall in love the first time. You got to go back, revitalize stuff, find ways to do some of the old things y'all used to do to have that spark. Mike P needs to be rebranded and repushed, because when the culture is down on you, sometimes URL has to show, no, we still fuck with you. And they've done that with people. When the culture was down on Lou Castro and some of these other people, they still threw them niggas out there and let them have battle after battle after battle after battle. And I feel like instead of adding niggas to the roster, URL has a Crucible event this weekend. This weekend coming up, they have a Crucible event coming up. They're still finding talent when there are talent on their roster that's not being pushed. They don't do enough cards to keep bringing niggas in. Now, granted, do I feel like they need to find like another star, another Easy, another star? Yeah, they do. But at the same time, I feel like with people like Jerry West, people like Mike P, I feel like them niggas can be rebranded, in my opinion, to be where they need to be at. That's pretty much the way I look at it. He also complained that he took an app battle with Jack Boy and they basically changed it to a caffeine, but he's still getting an app price. Now, from what I understand, URL is always trying to do caffeine events, but it seemed like caffeine want to pick and choose what events they want to do and all this kind of stuff. That's why they're not doing that many events. So I feel you always want to spend other niggas' money. So URL always want to do caffeine events because it's someone else's money. So in business, the key thing is like, yo, how can I spend other niggas' money? So I do feel like maybe it took a little bit of time for URL to convince caffeine to take this card. I don't think they wanted to take it at first. So granted, when they was probably trying to make it, they probably were thinking this gonna be an app only card. And then when they was able to convert it, y'all had already took the battle. Now, do I feel like y'all should get more money? Yes, I do. They should go back and throw y'all a little bit more money. I don't know if they will. URL, y'all should. Y'all should throw them a little bit more money or have some incentive. Battle of the night, get more money. Round of the night, get more money. Performance of the night, get more money. Stuff like that should definitely be the situation. And, I just want to say that I do feel like, Mike, I got to keep it real. You kept talking about the Sharon battle. That was a light work battle, bro. Nobody in this culture respects light work battles. Don't blame us. Blame the fact that them niggas are choking and redoing the battle like chess and Chilla Jones. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are rehearsing like Hustle and She Happens. All this kind of stuff. They have been redoing light work battles. Nigga Averb threw up all kind of shit versus Kid Chaos. Redid the battle. Now you online bragging he won. This is the shit going on with light work battles. That's why they're not respected. Smack was online trying to beg people to damn near fuck with the light work battles so they can prove to caffeine that niggas are fucking with the light work battles. You beat Sharon, but it was a light work battle. It was a light work battle, bro. And a light work battle in this culture right now is damn near the equivalent of a one-rounder, the equivalent of a 2-on-2 battle, like that kind of shit. You know how, like, if a nigga loses a one-round battle, it's like, oh, he lost a one-round battle. We'll see what he do for 3 rounds. That's how niggas are damn near treating light work battle. They're not treating them like, oh, this nigga got busy in a light work battle. Calico lost to DNA in a light work battle. JC lost to Hustle in a light work battle. I don't think anybody in this culture thinks Miss Hustle is better than JC. I don't think that. She don't write better. Her pen ain't better. None of that shit. I don't think for 3 rounds niggas actually think she can get more lyrical than JC. Calico is bigger than DNA in this culture, in my opinion, as far as how the fans look at Calico. A lot of people look at DNA as boring, whatever. DNA is nice to me, but I feel like the culture looks at that. But DNA probably can't beat Calico, though. I ain't gonna frame beat them. This is twice beat them. But my point is that niggas are winning light work battles and damn near nobody really cares at the end of the day. Nobody cares. That Geechee Gotti battle was a bad look. It was in LA. You turn around, you take T-Top in North Carolina. Those are also, I get it, you're not getting a lot of calls, so you kind of got to take what you take. Those are kind of, I ain't gonna say they set up battles because you can't really, somebody got to take T-Top in North Carolina, but you got to win that battle, bro. You have to win that battle. I think URL needs to fuck with you. I do think they need to give you a lot more plates. I do. I fuck with you a lot. I think you're one of the nicest niggas on URL, to keep it real with you. And you don't choke and you're very consistent. There has to be something said for a nigga that can complete 3 rounds and promote in this culture, and you are one of them. So I do feel like you should get your flowers. As far as making 10 bands a battle, I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if URL gonna be doing that. I gotta keep it real with you. And I don't even think it's a URL. If you went to RBE or some other league, I don't feel like you would probably be getting 10 bands either. I was joking around with ARP, asked him like, yo, about booking Ace Amin, and I was just seeing what price he would throw out, and he threw out a price, and I was just like, that shit was kind of low. You know what I'm saying? But it might be the going rate for people of Ace Amin's caliber. I don't book battles, so I don't always know what niggas are paid. I don't think you can go on King of the Dot or RBE and get 10 racks a battle. Now, I get it. If it's caffeine, they're paying a whole lot of money. It's a No More Summer Madness. I don't know. I guess did you get 10 racks for Saga? That was on Summer Madness or Gnome, I think. It was one of them two. Did you get that kind of money for that battle? I'm not necessarily sure. But you've been in the game a long time. You've also been very loyal. You have been pretty much fighting a lot of URL battles with the media and with fans and everything online. You've been defending them, the contracts you've been defending, URL falling off talk you've been defending, RBE is better than URL, you've been defending a lot. So Maybe there should be a reward for your loyalty. I do agree with that. I'm going to tell you one thing, though. I'm the mayor of Fair, man. I keep it a buck. I keep it a buck. I like you. I do feel like you should be pushed. Fuck some of these other niggas. I ain't no disrespect to a lot of these other niggas on the roster. You should be definitely getting pushed. Let me say that. But there's been a lot of talk online with all of these beats between leagues, and you speak out. And when you speak out, you take a stance, okay? Your stance is, I'm pro-URL. It comes off as pro-URL, anti-RBE. So you'll say your little jabs at RBE, say your little jabs at RBE. There's a negative kind of outlook on you when it comes to RBE, like, yo, if you would go over there or something. You might be pretty good on RBE. But you had a couple things to say. It wasn't the most positive, and they been in defense of URL. When you go against another league, like RBE, and you try to fight that battle, like, oh man, RBE ain't talking about nothing, it's URL, you know what I'm saying? We still got the bigger events, you know what I'm saying? URL was trending, RBE wasn't. Any little jab you say, and I don't remember exactly what you said, you draw a line in the sand, and then once you fall out with RBE for whatever reason, because I don't really think ARP will book you, I gotta keep it real with you, because he be looking online, he be saying what niggas be saying. When you have that situation, you lose your leverage, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. You lose your leverage. I said this about Jack Boy calling ARP KFC and all that. ARP about to have a super crazy card coming up, probably like the end of the summer, beginning of fall. Some of the battles I heard on there is like, yo, this shit kind of going crazy down there. The point I'm meaning is, always be leery of who you kick on your way to the top or whatever, because you might see them on the way coming down. This culture right now is kind of turning on URL. Their fight for supremacy is a constant battle every single day. So yeah, they still the number one league in battle rap? Yeah, they make the algorithm move, no doubt. RBE is coming, Chrome is coming. As long as like everything work out with the easy shit. Chrome is coming, right? Okay, cool. So with that being said, if you can't go to RBE, then URL has you by the balls, because you can't go anywhere. There's no more King of the Dot. So it's like, okay, the threat of you even leaving to go to RBE isn't even there. So you can't even be like, yo, man, you know, ARP got down trying to throw me, you know, Rosenberg Raw for 3 rounds for $7,000. Okay, you can take Jack Boy for 8. You don't even have the leverage because they know you can't go anywhere. So that's why sometimes you gotta be very careful, bro, because you never know next year if RBE is the number one league in battle rap. You never know that. You never know if URL, let's just say URL wasn't with Caffeine no more, lost everything, only doing, and they was like, you know what, fuck this shit, we just gonna do app events. We got the app, we'll stream from the app, everything will be app, and they just lose their leverage on the culture. Niggas like RBE would be still doing big battles, still having the YouTube fame, all that kind of stuff. It might appear that they're the better league now. It might appear if you battled on there, it's a good look for you, but you don't have that leverage anymore. Sometimes you got to find out what battles you need to pick. I appreciate your loyalty. I do. I respect your loyalty. But at the same time, you got to keep your leverage open. You got to keep your leverage open, bro. A lot of people that are smart in this culture, they play both sides of the fence. Like, yo, I can go over here and battle, or I can go over here and battle. They play both sides, and that's how niggas can increase their money. That's how niggas can increase their money. You know what I'm saying? If Averb wants to battle Swamp, and URL is moving 8 feet along, and he's like, well, if y'all don't do nothing, I'm gonna go over here and battle Ill Will on RBE. Okay, oh, fuck that. We'll, you know, because them niggas talking about giving me 20. All right, man, we got 25 for you for Swamp. That's the leverage you can have, but you can't be on some fuck ARP shit. Not saying you were, but you can't be on that type of time or even giving any close to that kind of energy, because you lose your leverage. You don't gotta retire from battle rap. You can just go to another league. But if you burn all your bridges or burn a bridge with a league trying to be too loyal to someone that maybe not be as loyal to you, you lose your leverage in this culture. I tell people that all the time, bro. I tell people that. So that's the only thing I want to say about that. The last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to keep it real with you, Mike. I'm going to keep it real with you. Ain't nobody else might not tell you this. But that's why I'm Chris Unbias, and y'all come to this motherfucking channel. Another reason why you not where you want to be on URL, you white, Mike. You white. I got to keep it real with you. Smack, the S in smack is streets. You don't walk like them, talk like them, look like them, nothing like them. At the end of the day, bro, I'm not going to ever say URL is racist. Clearly, they put money and they employ white people and they put money in white people's pockets. So it's not about that. But we're not going to act like preference preference, prejudice, and all kind of stuff doesn't play a part in life in general. It does. When I was growing up, man, I used to be talking to girls, all that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying, going to the club. I used to like dark-skinned women. I'm light-skinned guy. I was just to try to like dark-skinned women. It didn't mean red bones wasn't sexy. But when I went to the club, I'm like, oh, shit, dark-skinned girl, she looking good. Go over there, try to talk to her. I dated mostly dark-skinned women. So my thing is, I had a preference at the time, too. I didn't mature. I kind of like a little bit of everything now, but I have matured. So at the end of the day, I don't ever think there will be a white person as the face of URL or even one of the go-to people of URL. I just don't believe it. I just do not believe it at the end of the day. You wasn't in them streets when Smack was in them corners, was in them streets rubbing shoulders with the thugs and the hoodlums and the trap niggas and all that. You not like that, bro. If I was to see you walking around, you'll look like a bank teller. Like, oh, Mike the bank teller, Bank of America teller. What you would look like to me if I didn't know you was a rapper. When you don't walk like them and look like them, don't ever think that doesn't play a factor. Chris Unbiased, holla at your boy.